Hey, what's good, everybody? Good morning. Hope you guys are all well. Happy Friday, right? I'm gonna do a little collective reading. Hopefully, you guys could see me good. Um, right now, let me see. I don't like doing this stuff with the Wi-Fi usually, so I don't know. It looks like I'm frozen right now. Let me know in the chat if everybody could hear me, because right now the internet I'm on, it looks like I'm frozen. So let me check on my phone real quick just in case, because I don't want to be over here talking and I'm frozen. So hopefully you've all been having a good week. I forgot when the last one was that I did, but oh yeah, okay, everything's good to go. Okay, so yeah, if anybody wants me to pull a card for them, just hop in the chat, right? Hopefully this won't be too noisy. Um, other than that, I'm just gonna do a collective reading, right? So let's see what wants to come out for today. Yeah. So yeah, let me. Oh, wow. Okay, that was fast. Tezcatlipoca, Lord of the Smoking Mirror, Espejo Humiente. Wow. I know. I'm sure this one has came out before. I remember I learned about this deity a while back. I remember someone had a tattoo of him when I was like, I don't know, probably 18, 19. I was working in some warehouse and someone had a tattoo of this god, right? Tezcatlipoca, Lord of the Smoking Mirror, Espejo Humiente. So let's go ahead and read it and see what message they have for maybe this Friday, right? Maybe it's gonna be about being able to see past the illusion, right? The smoking mirror, right? Not only at others, but even at yourself, right? That's interesting. Even the leg thing, if I'm not mistaken, I think it has to do with the leg being bit off by the crocodile, which it was funny because I seen them in the sky the other day. True story. And that was pretty interesting. This, I mean, Tezcatlipoca, Lord of the Smoking Mirror. Tezcatlipoca is the Lord of the Smoking Mirror and the Lord of Destiny. Ah. The mirror was made of obsidian, hence the smoky hue. Epic battles took place between Tezcatlipoca, representing the earth, and Quetzalcoatl, the wind. This can also be viewed as a conflict between the physical and spiritual. He is often at the center of conflict, a reminder that conflict births change. In one creation story, Tezcatlipoca used his foot as bait for Cipacli. Yeah, see, that's the earth monster crocodile. And she bit it off. Note in the card how one of his feet is actually a wheel. See, interesting. When Tezcatlipoca appears, there is usually conflict afoot. He reminds you that illusion often obscures the truth. He challenges you to be strong and brave enough to face your own truth. After you clear the smoke, the mirror's image will be clear. Wow. So maybe there's gonna be drama. It is the weekend, right? Especially you know, uh with gatherings, right? People drink, people this, people that. So sometimes there's conflict that's interesting. That's so funny. Sometimes there's conflict that it isn't what it seems, right? So I guess they're asking you to make sure before you jump to conclusions or this and that, make sure that you have, or you let the smoke clear, right? In other words, don't make any hasty decisions, anything like that, right? See, today I think last time I did my coffee in the car and I didn't even have or I did have my coffee, but I didn't even drink any. That's actually really good. Okay. Look at I smashed my finger too. For those that I know, every time I'm showing people, I'm like, but it was like this super pain, right? And I was just like, what in the world? I was just tired. And I ended up closing a door on my, hi, Brittany. Hope you're well. I was just showing that I smashed my finger and it was like the pain went through my whole body. It was this excruciating pain, but After I could laugh about it now. As long as, it could have been worse, obviously. Like I slammed the door on my finger and I was just happy that I still have my finger. But, but, okay, cool, cool. Oof, all right. That came out fast. It kind of came out in reverse, I feel like. Shoot. Are they all? Oh, shoot. I hate having them. Like, I should have put them upright all before. Yeah, see? Before I started shuffling. But I guess it happened for a reason. So maybe, see? The smoking mirrors. Oh, man. What did I do here? I should have had these ready before because I don't want to start shuffling. Okay. Yeah. Rookie mistake. That's funny, huh? I was talking about my finger being smashed and that was a rookie mistake too, because I was like, how in the world did I even smash my finger? But I'll read that one that came out in reverse because I feel like maybe that. I'll just put it back in. It's fine. I don't know. Maybe it goes with the whole message, right? Because it talks about a defensive attitude, like just being kind of stubborn, I guess, in a way. This one had came out in reverse, right? So, but it's all good. I'm gonna throw it back in the deck and see what comes out. Right. So the first card. Oh, I'm glad they helped. Thank you. I'm glad they helped. No, your message too. I saw the reading that you did, and there was a lot of things that resonated with me. So, great job too, Brittany. If anyone hasn't seen it, go ahead to Brittany's channel and check out her readings as well, because I know that last one you did actually resonated a lot. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Okay. What other message for this Friday weekend, going into the weekend? Oof. Okay, hermit. Wow. Maybe some of you have to go into hermit mode, right? That makes sense with the Lord of the Smoking Mirrors, right? It was telling asking like to not every look at that finger's gonna bother my smashed finger. Why is it still there? But that's funny because it talks about the smoking mirror having like a hue of obsidian, and that looks like, see, like my little nail smoking mirror thing. That's funny. Yeah, so it's asking you, right, to let the smoke clear before you make any hasty decisions and look at victory, right? So maybe that's your victory. Not jumping into conclusions, right? Or maybe that, right? Like calm heads prevail. I don't know if that's the saying, but in Spanish, it's like el que se enoja pierde, right? The one that gets mad is the one that loses. I've been hearing that since I was little, right? From my dad, el que se enoja pierde, right? Like the one that loses is the one that, I mean, the one that gets mad is the one that loses, right? But that's funny. Friday, that's a good one. Look at the heart chakra. Is it gonna be what matters to the heart? Who knows? Or it'll just bring you joy, right? It'll bring you joy, right? So let's see what else wants to come out. Oh well, I'm glad. Thank you, Brittany. I'm glad. Oh, the finger. It's all good. I mean, it's crazy though. It's like how everything's connected, right? And it kind of it's funny. Maybe there's a message in that, right? Like we're all connected, and this little just smashing my finger sent like the shock through my whole body. It was just crazy. Like it's just crazy how everything's connected, right? Well, like that one song, I forgot how it goes, but the hip bone's connected to the thigh bone or whatever. The song you sing as kids, right? So I feel like a lot of these cards want to just jump out, but I just need one. See, now they don't want to give me any because they're like, hey, we're trying to give you all these cards over here, and you're not letting them. See, there's some that keep wanting to pop out, but I like them to completely pop out. There we go. Uh-oh. Why did I feel like this card was gonna come out? Okay, that makes sense. Maybe after, right? Like all this smoking mirror stuff. And I think something about the calmness, right? The nine too, right? It's a number of endings. See all this someone with a sneaky behavior, the lies, the sneaky behavior. I think this is the end of it, right? I think it's coming to an end. Maybe after the smoke clears, you're gonna see something for what it is. You could always be the one lying to yourself. I think that's another message of Tezcatlipoca, right? Like it's about you not seeing the past the illusion, right? For whatever reason. It's like when you're in front of a mirror in the bathroom and even it starts with your own breathing, you're fogging it up, right? Which kind of that's the message I'm getting, right? Like even you with your own words could fog something up. And instead of just being quiet, and tapping into something by like the hermit, like you're not seeing, see how he's even holding the light, right? And that's kind of like the victory, right? When you take time to let things clear. Sometimes we could be lying ourselves. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. That just like really hit me right now. That whole thing, like, but a cycle's coming to an end. And look at the heart again, right? That's like the victory in that, right? Something interesting. Interesting. So I don't know. That's kind of I feel like that's the weekend energy there. What other song I was thinking of? Be careful, little ears. I don't know what song that is. There's another one. That's fun. Be careful, little mouth, what you say. Yeah. Yeah. It's true. Sometimes we just have to sit in stillness, right? I think that's like one of the main things, right? Of like all the old teachers and all. That's why they always show them like meditating and this and that, or going into the cave to hear God or whoever or source because, oh, well, now it came out upright. So maybe that's kind of like, maybe that's what it didn't want to come out upright earlier. Fuerza, capacidad de soportar. Yeah, like winning that battle. That's crazy though. See, I hope it's not whatever battle it was, right? Like that the cycle's ending and it's cool. It doesn't feel like it's someone that like the Ten of Swords where someone's just like dead, right? It's like it's almost like someone reflecting, right? Like look at his face. He's looking back like damn. It's almost like if overcoming something while my gut's lighting up, like gives you another wind, right? Like that's funny, huh? Because Brittany said about the sails, the sail, the wind and the sails. And that's funny. That's kind of how I'm seeing this. Like someone that's like, okay, I get it now. All that. Maybe things didn't even have to be that hard. There's another number nine, right? That's funny. Nine like the hermit. 9-9, right? Coming to an end. I've been seeing 999 a lot too, so that's funny. The 9-9. Hmm. Wow, look at that. See? Not this one, but this one actually. This is why, wow, the world was under. Oh shoot. And I'm not supposed to show the world. She's, you know, maybe you've been in that indecisive mode and now with the clarity, but it's definitely a world, right? Like the cycle with death and then the world, something has finished, right? There's a story that has finished right now. Something and whoever's resonating with this, something in someone's life has come to its end, right? Something has come to its end. If you're not, I don't think you're gonna have a choice with not letting it go. It feels like that's why even the death, right? And there's not even a tower nest, even though death can be like the tower, right? But it's like something has finished. Something is done. Hmm, that's interesting. Okay, let's see what else. Sometimes sit back and letting God do this. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Sometimes that's it, right? And I think even that when I smashed my finger, I was probably trying to rush some things. I had some interesting dreams too. That's funny, actually. I had some dreams about things coming to an end. So that's funny too. That you know I'm resonating. It just clicked right now. It was a really strange dream, but it makes sense now. Now it's making sense. Maybe a lot of you are experiencing. Oh, it's Scorpio season. Duh. Oh, how fitting, right? When did Scorpio season start? Today or yesterday? This is the 24th. I think it started yesterday, right? So wow, how appropriate that the death card comes out. So maybe during this Scorpio season, right? Maybe that's gonna be the theme. Things are gonna end, and you could try to fight it, but I don't think it's gonna make much of a difference. Yeah, I don't think the grand finale. Yeah, yeah, I think it's gonna come to an end no matter what. So that's pretty interesting. Let's see. I haven't used this deck in a while. Oh, okay. Ah, Seven of Pentacles. Saturn's gift. Maybe some of you were in your Saturn's return, right? Maybe there was, right? Seven is a number of completion as well, right? Seven. So frustration, reward. So maybe some of you were dealing with something that, in a way, was I forgot when is the Saturn's return. It's like in 29 years or something like that, or oh, really? Like, what kind of dreams have you been having? Cause yeah, mine's yesterday was really, really out there. I was just like, there was even someone from the past that was really interesting. That I don't know how they got in my dream, but well, I guess I kind of figured it out, but it was just weird, very random. Okay, pull one from the Dark Goddess, and I think that should. Ooh, wow. Ishtar, sexuality, Scorpio season. Wow, see, you can't make the stuff up. Ishtar, sexuality. That's so interesting. Yeah. Well, like this card doesn't have a reverse, really, right? But it's funny that I don't know why I'm putting everything in reverse. Maybe there's something now with the first card being the smoking mirrors, right? Like, so who knows? Hey, maybe some of you are supposed to be abstinent this time, maybe not, right? Because obviously Scorpio, Scorpio, they say, right? You tend to think more with so sexuality. Maybe during this time, it's a time to embrace that part of you, right? Ishtar, sexuality. So I'll go ahead and read that. So that's very fitting, right, for Scorpio season. Ishtar, sexuality. Man, my little book's falling apart. Sexuality myth. Ishtar, also known as Inanna, is the Mesopotamian goddess of sexual love, beauty, and war. She is an ancient and complex goddess acting as both a goddess of love and of war. Ishtar is a powerful seductress, is a protector of all women, and can withhold or promote desire. She is a warrior and fierce defender of wronged women who can kill or bless with just a glance. She is characterized as beautiful, young, and passionate, but never a mother goddess. She is usually depicted sitting on a lion throne and holding her double serpent scepter. Ishtar was once worshipped by a large organized religion but fell from favor with the rise of more patriarchal cultures, meaning you deserve pleasure. Your sexuality is grounded in your confidence and understanding of how you enjoy pleasure. Ishtar encourages you to pay attention to what delights and titillates your senses. Take time to reflect on your fantasies and give yourself permission to explore your sexuality and sexual power. This journey will lead you to increased empowerment and sexual fulfillment. Wow. So, I mean, that makes sense, right? I think it's self-explanatory. So if you're tapping into that, then let's see. Sure. Was a Saturn return or something like last night. Dream was in the house and it was like interesting. Wow, how interesting. And that's funny that you mentioned the fish because I had just told someone about like seeing a past life as a fish. So that's so funny, right? Always the synchronicities. And there's flying fish in the sky. That's crazy. So what do you think? What did you get from it? I don't know. Obviously right away you thinking like a slanted house. I would think like the message would be like obviously balanced, right? Or something like that. That something's not balanced at the moment or something like that. But I want to see how did you interpret that? Because that's an interesting dream. I don't think I've ever dreamed that. So that's pretty interesting. Let me see. In a way, my dream last night was about me not accepting something ending. So that was in a way trying to like show me that something's ending and me probably trying not to let something go that I couldn't help it. It was like, nah, this is done. Like, and they were showing me that. So, you know, see, this is the last one I'm gonna do. Oh wow, sweetgrass sacred medicine strength. Okay, so that makes sense. Maybe tapping into that strength, right? I was looking at my sweetgrass and I didn't light it, and that's funny that this popped up because I was literally looking at it like I knew I wanted to light it, and then I didn't for some reason. I don't know why. So maybe that's something for me too, right? To go ahead and light that sweetgrass 28. So I'll read this one. Oh, ha ha ha. You're talking about the Ishtar sexuality? That's funny. Okay, let me go ahead and read Sweetgrass Strength. I don't know how long have I been on here already? Let me see. Sweetgrass Sacred Medicine Strength. Sweetgrass is the fourth sacred medicine. It is placed in the north direction and is directly related to Mother Earth. As such, it is referred to as Mother's hair. It serves as a That's funny, the little hummingbirds were singing. It serves as a way of connecting to her and can be used in healing circles because it has a calming effect. And while smudging, it promotes peace, kindness, and purification. Sweetgrass has a pleasant and sweet aroma and can be used to call in the ancestors or those in the spirit world. Special significance is paid to sweetgrass because it's the only sacred medicine where ceremony is so heavily involved in its collection and through the process of braiding. Prayers are spoken while the blades of grass are picked, and then again during the interweaving of each braid. Since the level of care and attention involved in the harvesting process of sweetgrass is so significant, it helps shed light on its traditional teachings, although individual strands are easily broken. There is incredible strength when they are braided together. As individual strands are intertwined, they become impossible to break. The importance of the braiding symbolizes strength of family and of community and reinforces the lesson that the support of others can fortify our own internal strength. If you have drawn the Sweetgrass Sacred Medicine card today, it is a reminder to savor the sweetness in your life. Oftentimes, the most cherished moments we experience and fleet are fleeting and may even be fragile, but it is important nonetheless to appreciate those moments. There might also be a call to connect more closely with others, either to our ancestors or community or family members. We are never alone in this life, and there is strength in numbers, both through our ancestors in spirit and to those closest to us in the physical world. Wow, that's beautiful. Because um I was watching this movie and it's funny because it's this old movie. I had never heard of it. And I don't know, it pulled on my heartstrings, right? Like there's this part where, I don't know if any of you have seen Aquila and the Bee, right? It's about the little girl that could spell good and, obviously I don't know where she's growing up. It's like it's supposed to be, I don't know if it's like LA, but like a part that's not like the, I guess, the best neighborhood kind of thing. And then everybody like chips in, right? And that reminded me a lot, right? Like, I don't know, about community and all that stuff and the way it should be, right? Like, kind of, it takes a village to raise a child, right? And yeah, I don't know, it got me. I was like, wow, it's a good movie, A Killer in the Bee. It was free on, I found it online, right? It's a free movie with some ads and stuff, but that's funny that that's what this is talking about, right? As well, about community and how the braids, right? They're stronger together, because to get one little braid, like, yeah, it just snaps, but together, right? And that's the lesson, right? We're never alone. Maybe during this time, after you come out of your hermit mode, like the other card said, um, you know, well, obviously, right? If someone's embracing, like, how this card came out, the sexuality, so obviously that's better, right? It's better if you're not alone. Obviously, to each their own, but obviously, sexuality is definitely not something that is funner alone. So that's something that maybe over the weekend, uh they're asking if you have that opportunity to tap into that, right? To tap into that energy. Let me see what lion. Strength, yeah, strength is the lion card as well. Yeah, yeah. So being strong. So I think that's it. Maybe I'll try to go on tonight, right? I'll try to do another live. Hey Sergio, how's it going? Yeah, if anyone, yeah, if you want me to pull a card for you, just let me know. If not, then I'll log out. Like, maybe I'll come on tonight too. So if anyone wants to think of anything for tonight, then I'll try to log on tonight and do it live, right? I just wanted to make up because I hadn't pulled any cards since what? I know it's been a few days since I've been on, and I wanted to do it like during the season, right? Leading up to Halloween and Dia de los Muertos. I wanted to be doing a reading at least every other day. So but yeah, hopefully yeah. Uh the sign behind me? Oh, that's funny. It actually says let that shit go, it's supposed to say. But it has the yin and yang sign, and I don't know what that other little plant's supposed to be. But yeah, that's funny. I actually never, yeah, that's funny. Let that shit go. Yeah, absolutely. Sergio, I'll pull one for you. Let me see, which deck should I use here? Well, I could pull two even maybe. Let me see. I'll use this deck. Let's see. Did I leave any out? Because I know I had the want to make sure all the cards are here. Oh yeah, I left some. So let me throw these in the deck real quick, so we don't cheat you out of any message. All right, let me see any message for Sergio. Oh, wow, temperance right away. That one flipped right over. 14, temperance, right? So patience, moderation, adaptation, right? Searching for the peace. It talks about a good marriage too. So maybe just, I don't know. Maybe I don't know if you've been at odds with anyone. The on the reading itself, right? The smoking mirror came out, which is about taking time to see things clearly, right? Wow, like letting the smoke settle, and then you're able to really see it. And that's why I think the hermit came out and everything. And this kind of goes even with the collective message, right? But I guess maybe especially for you at this time. But it talks about having a positive mindset, right? And look at the road, right? Leading the road to the crown, right? Like there's a road back there leading to the boom, enlightenment. Well, not just enlightenment though, but I don't know if you're on a road right now that it's like at the end of it, right? Well, like once you see clearly, it's like almost like putting on that crown, right? Like there's something that you're conquering, it feels like right now. I don't know what you're going through, but it feels like there's a path you're taking to something. It doesn't have to be a huge thing, but just something. I don't know if that makes sense, if that resonates, but here, let me pull one of these two from the wisdom of the elders. So, with anything, obviously, we could get impatient with things. So, I don't know right now if they're just asking you to be patient, right? Well, my head's kind of lighting up. So, I don't know. There's something, I guess I don't know if you probably don't feel like being patient with that situation right now, whatever it is you're dealing with. Ah, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. One from the wisdom down. Yeah. So maybe it's just about being patient. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I would be impatient too. Then I get it. I get why maybe you feel impatient with that. Sometimes there's a lesson in that, right? It's funny because you said 4 years and look at this card that came out and there's four. That's crazy. Mother at the drum. You know, like the first thing that popped in my head right now when I seen the drum is like calling something in. Maybe I don't know if you have taken the time to. Maybe if you do feel the impatience, there's nothing wrong with asking something to come in faster, right? Like and that's what I think of when you're calling the drum, right? Like if you think about it, like if you're not paying attention to a kid even, right? And then start making a racket, they're gonna get your attention, right? So hey, sometimes the other side is it's like that, right? Maybe the universe isn't reading that. Maybe they're not reading that energy like that. You're like, hey, come on, what's up? Like what's up with this? I'm impatient now. Like, I need you guys to bring it faster. And it doesn't hurt to beat that drum and let them know, like, hey, you know what? I've been waiting for 4 years. Maybe it's time to see that return on the investment. You know what I mean? So there's nothing wrong with that. That's kind of what popped in my head. That's how I saw it in my head right now when that card came out. But let me read it real quick. Mother Earth, the drum. Mother Earth is mother to all living things, and in the same way our own mother gives us life, Mother Earth gives life to all creation. She teaches us the importance of protecting the land and especially water, the lifeblood that sustains our world. The soil on which we walk today is the same land that existed for the countless generations that came before us. The spirits of our ancestors walk behind us, and it is vital to remember that we are the result of the many who came before us. Within the Mi'kmaq language, the words people, earth, mother, and drum all derived from the same root expression, which relates to the interconnective relationship between Mother Earth and all of creation. When we speak about the drum, we are speaking about the heartbeat of Mother Earth. When we hear the drum beat, we are hearing her heartbeat. Thump, 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 thump. Her heartbeat has been embedded within our own chest, so we will not forget, and it is through the action of drumming that we acknowledge we are her children. The drum is a connection that allows us to let her know that we hear her and that we see her. If you have drawn the Mother Earth card today, it is a reminder to reconnect to our world by removing garbage from waterways, organizing cleanups, or through being mindful of your environmental impact. There is a nudge from spirit to reconnect to the earth's vibration through grounding exercises or by drumming. By reconnecting to the drum, stepping outside, and actively cleaning our environment, we can help shift our world. And what was popping in my head while I was reading that was about, like, you are an extension of all your ancestors, right? Like you're the representative right now, Sergio. So it's like make it clear, like, hey, if I'm representing all of you, whether it's through the drum, right? Through the drum, and connecting with them and letting them know, hey, I'm your representative right now. I need some help. So, this is kind of taking a little longer than so help me out here, right? Like, and it works, right? I've done it to where things that probably, and I don't know, maybe I thought after, like, wow, is that really all I had to do? Just ask? Why didn't I ask before, right? So sometimes it's like that. Like, I guess if we don't show that urgency, then they don't feel that urgency. And you know what I mean? Not to say that you haven't, maybe you have been, right? But it doesn't hurt to make a racket, right? Like if you want them Like, hey, like, I've drummed like a whole day and asked for something, right? Like, just relentless, because I was like, hey, I'm asking for this. Whether maybe to them, it's in their time, right? Maybe they see a bigger picture or something. So there is that sometimes. But hey, sometimes, hey, if you really feel like, no, I'm ready for this. This is something I've already invested in, and this is what I want. Maybe that's what they're asking you. Maybe they want to know just how much you want something sometimes, right? Because then you learn that lesson. Like, oh, now that I get it, I know how hard it was, and I am gonna appreciate this, right? Maybe they just wanted to feel that okay, you're ready. You are gonna really appreciate it. You're not just gonna squander away what's being given to you, right, at this moment. So when they see that you're really like, hey, there, I'm ready, and then you really know, maybe your soul is emanating that, like, okay, I understand now why it took so long. I get it, and I'm gonna appreciate it. I'm not gonna squander it. Like, I'm ready. Okay. So help me, right? So that's kind of what I'm getting. So yeah, yeah. No, thank you for allowing me to bring that through, because that makes sense even to me, right? It always clicks. There's always the light bulb that goes off too. So yeah, on that note, then I'll come back tonight. Hopefully, I'm really gonna aim for that. And so yeah, if anyone has any other questions that they have, they can have them in mind. So when I do the reading, so thank you, Brittany. Thank you, Sergio. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and hopefully I'll see you all tonight. If not, maybe tomorrow morning. But I'm aiming for tonight. So on that note, I'll see you all. Have a great day,